Did the freeway noise ruin our stay at the Four Points Anaheim? I'll give you my first night's report in just a second here. But first of all, I'll let you go ahead and have a listen to how it sounded right around noon from the freeway. Take a listen. That was not planned, but just woke up from first night here at the Four Points. We were a little worried because it's not a good sign, I think, when the hotel actually leaves you earplugs in the room. But we put the fan on, a constant fan from the wall unit, because I like that anyway, that kind of like white noise. And I didn't hear the freeway at all this morning, even through rush hour. Now that we've gotten up and turned the constant fan off, I do hear the freeway a bit more. So, for what it's worth, they do provide you earplugs if you're sensitive. Uh, the fan on the wall AC unit did it for us, but if you need to bring your own white noise machine, you may want to consider that. All right, we're going straight into our room tour here at the Four Points, and I left the audio on so hopefully you could hear the difference between how the outside sounded and then once the door closed, how it changed. We did already have the fan on, but as I move around the room here, you'll see how it sounds with the AC fan going compared to what might be filtering through from the outside. But they do offer earplugs, as I mentioned in my after the first night report earlier. And we did leave our fan on and we were fine. My father and my mother were with me on this trip. My mother can be a bit of a light sleeper, and she said she did not have any problem. So, take that with a grain of salt, as it might relate to you and your family. Everyone is different. So, for what it's worth, that was our experience. Unfortunately, there were no fireworks during our stay at this resort. I know, other than the noise, fireworks is a very popular view from this resort, of this hotel. We weren't able to see that for ourselves. We went during the time of year when fireworks were only on the weekend, and we happened to be here during the week. So unfortunately, we don't have that view for you, but I would go ahead and chalk that into the pro column because, as you'll see once we exit the room here, I'll show you our view of the pool. It's very easy to see imagine what type of view you would get of the fireworks should they have been happening. Here we go. This was our view. Stepped right out of our door, and here's the pool area that we saw. And now we'll go ahead and step into the pool area. They did have one little game of table tennis here available that you could pick up a paddle and ball from the front desk, a little umbrella play area with the falling water for the kiddos, and now we'll let you hear the audio of how the freeway sounded at the pool area in just a moment. Personally, I don't think that level of noise would bother me if I were lounging by the pool, especially if there were kiddos involved. You know, they make a lot of noise when they're in the pool, so that's my personal opinion. But what else? This was the funny part. This was outside each bathroom. No shower head, no water to come out, but a place for the water to drain. I think that might be a little bit of a fail there, 4 points. But anyway, some other things around the hotel if you want your kids to do it, or maybe you don't, but the little claw hand machine things is what was there. And now, of course, going into the lobby, that random Chevron shot is just to show you right across the street is a gas station. There is a Starbucks and a Taco Bell over there if you need further choices, because the coffee bar here, we'll get to it in just a second, does have limited hours. So, but nice plugs for you to come down and enjoy the lobby. The store also had limited hours. We did make it in. They did have some Dr. Pepper for me, but I was in and out and I didn't get to grab a picture or a video of the inside of the store, but there's the outside of it for you. And we'll zoom in here now on the cafe. They don't have the Dr. Pepper out here, but they do have Pepsi as opposed to Coke products, so I will give them a pass on not having the Dr. Pepper, because Pepsi and Mountain Dew are my runners-up when Dr. Pepper is not available. I am just not a Coke girl. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, there's your coffee bar hours and some pricing for you. We did also, they treated us to breakfast at True Grits, the breakfast buffet. It was very nice, very thoroughly covered, very nice breakfast. And we see really quick gated access and electric vehicle charging in the parking lot. So I'm here by the freeway wall. You can tell there's a lot of noise out here outside, and there's definitely some parts of this parking lot that I don't want to be in by myself after dark. So if you're on your own, I'm not sure this would be the hotel for you, although you do need your key card to access all the gates, and the lobby was locked up tight when we arrived very late last night. So once you're in the hotel, you're pretty safe, but out here in the parking lot. This hotel is pet friendly, so here is your pet relief area off of the southeast corner of the property. This property is kind of in a triangle, so it's a little differently laid out. And then here is a full laundry. I believe there was a laundry located on every other floor, if I'm not mistaken. We were on the second floor. There was no laundry on our floor. I believe, now I'm second guessing myself, guys, but there is laundry available, so take that. Here's a lovely tiki bar that I was disappointed to learn is now only for events. So you can't come down here to enjoy a drink outside at the tiki bar, but you can rent it if you would like to host an event at the 4 Points Anaheim. And they do have another lovely space we'll come to in just a moment on the other side of the pool that is also available for events and renting. They do have a big conference area on that far side of the lobby where I didn't walk. I did walk that way. I didn't video walking that way because it was literally just a hallway to a door. So, but there is event space at the 4 Points Anaheim here. They do have, I really think, a very lovely outdoor area. Here's that other event space with the fountain that I mentioned. A very lovely, well-maintained outdoor area here at the 4 Points. All of the rooms were recently renovated, they told me. But on this wing that we're looking at right here, it seemed like there might have been more renovations underway. This wing is also where the gym is located. And when I asked about that, though, they were a little bit vague about what the future plans were for the property. So it's quite possible management hasn't fully committed to what exactly is going to happen. But all the interior of all of the rooms, the floors have been updated and they've been refreshed. So what you saw in our room is basically what you're going to get. So going back to the location one more time, it's on the corner of a busy intersection here, Ball and Harbor. And then you've got the freeway on the other side. So bear that in mind when you are booking. I'll give you a look at how it's located on the map here. And then I will give you the time-lapse version of the walk to Disneyland. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. If you need help choosing your hotel for your Disneyland vacation, go ahead and click the link in the description to add yourself to my email list, and I will send you a PDF listing out some of the top hotels in 10 different categories. That's a free PDF to you just for joining the email list. So go ahead and find that link in the description. And until next time, stay comfy, guys. And I just want to add this quick little PSA. This was not a hosted stay, but they did know I was coming. So that's why I mentioned they treated us to breakfast. But we did pay for our own stay here, just FYI.